It's another day in my craft room, trying to get this room organized and done so I can actually relax in this craft room. Today I'm working on this corner of the room, going through all the boxes. The plastic bins that are in the background near like the lamp is all for my scrap yarn, which I'm going to end up moving later on. But right now I'm working on all these boxes that have just random stuff from when I was moving. I organized most of the bins, but these last like little tiny bins have just random stuff that was in my craft room. And whenever my kids come in to my craft room to join me while I crochet or organize, they typically bring in some toys or random items from around the house. So I'm just trying to figure out, okay, does this go in this craft room or does this go in their room? Does this go into the living room, playroom, my bedroom, or the basement? Or get rid of? Because I'm trying to go through all of my yarn, all of my owned items that are in my craft room and trying to declutter. I have lots of yarn that I have just held on to and I'm slowly using. I just put that bin away because that bin is all for me to weave in items. They're all finished. It's just I haven't had the time to weave in the strand of yarn. I'm also figuring out whether it needs to go into the kids section for them to craft while I'm in here. And I'm also going through all the bins that are in here, whether I should keep them or move them to a different location. My plan is to keep a couple of these plastic bins for storage. I'm not sure exactly what I want to store in there, but I'm trying to keep the items that I'm working on in bags, and then items that just need to be weaved in, like the strand is still not weaved in a different bin, so that way I know, hey, this is done. Let me just weave those in real quick, and those can be added to my craft show. I usually try to do 2 craft shows a year. There's 2 of them that I consistently go every single year. And I just recently added a 3rd one, which I'll be going to at the end of this month. So I'm not sure how that will go. It's also the first time that this place has hosted this event. It's at a school, so it could be great or not. Also, I just discovered that this craft show has 2 other crocheters. So I'm not really impressed with the host in that organizing aspect. But I'm just hoping my items are different. Because usually when there's other crocheters, you're usually competing with other people. And I really don't like that whole aspect. But I know that what they're doing is trying to earn money for the school for certain events. So I feel like what they're doing is just trying to get other people that are selling stuff and just trying to make a few extra bucks, which is fine, but it's just, as a small business myself, it's really frustrating. I'm working on a few little crocheted items that are new to my collection of crocheted items, but I probably won't stress about finishing them up for this craft show because of all those other crochet people that are with the event. But we shall see. I'm trying to finish this one blanket, which has been in my whips or work in progress for over a year now. But I'm only able to like do, in a way, one animal at a time. While I'm, as you can see, I'm like decluttering, but this is like a time when my husband was able to be at home with his PFL, and I just wanted more time trying to get this organized, because I knew at this point there wasn't very many times that my husband would have off, because as of right now, he no longer has any more PFL left. But my daughter and my son did all those beads, by the way. Their organization was on point. I was very impressed. But I don't know, I like crocheting and I love crocheting, but I also want like a relaxing space to crochet, not just like in the living room. But right now I'm organizing all these beads. I plan on having these beads in my craft room for my kiddos to work on so that they can like do something with me. It's also like very good for them to do because it encourages them to do some fine motor skills. As you probably saw, the beads that were in the earlier scene, those were all organized by my children. All of them. And I was just very impressed by that. But I have other beads to add to the bins. So I'm trying to figure out if I have those beads out or if these are just extra. And I'm just putting all those fine-tuned items into the bags. Now, if they need to be organized, I've been giving them to my children to organize because, I mean, it gives them something to do while I'm crocheting. And I don't know, they just really enjoy organizing these. Now with the bags, I don't really want them to be doing this because my daughter likes to I don't know, she likes to dump them in the bin, but it kind of like passes into the other bins, and she wants to do it herself, which is fine, but she really needs some like help with pouring them because they definitely pour really, really fast. But I was very impressed with how many beads that we got in this bin. So my plan is to have them make necklaces, bracelets, or even earrings or something, and sell them with my crochet stuff, and have like a little spot for my kids to sell stuff. And whatever they make from this, now obviously I have to get the money back from buying these beads, which I spent I think almost $11 on all of these beads. But everything else that they're going to be putting in their savings account. When I was a kid, I was in 4-H, and it was really nice to do stuff and craft stuff, and seeing someone enjoy your items that you worked on. And I really want my children to do the same. They have already handmade crayons that they made with me, and I'll be adding those to my craft show this month. And again, whatever they make goes in their savings account. And hey, it might be a few bucks here and there, but something is something, in my opinion. And it really does help them learn how money works. Right now we're talking about quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies, and how money works in those areas for even the coins. But this is what I got done today, and I'm very impressed. See you next time.